Hey guys, welcome back to Vanguard Motor Sales. I'm Greg, and this is a 67 Chevelle with a 489 stroker under the hood, making over 551 horsepower, black interior, the top goes down, beautiful restoration on the car, and she's got some miles on her too, so that's cool. You know this thing is tested true. You can hop in it and hit the car show today. So go to our website at vanguardmotorsales.com. We're gonna put it up on the lift so you can see how slick the bottom side looks. We're gonna pop the hood, take a look at that stroker motor. We're gonna look at the interior. We're gonna go out and drive it. We're gonna show you everything you wanna see so you can make a great decision on your Chevelle investment. So come on up right now. I'm gonna fire this 551 horsepower up. All right, look at this beautiful car. Now, like I said, this car has been driven about 9,000 miles since it's been done. So that tells us this thing is road worthy, guys. The paint still looks beautiful. The restoration still looks great. She runs like a top. Beautiful chrome on the bumper. The grille looks good. When you look down the side of the car, straight as an arrow. Hood's fitting nice and flush. That black paint as slick as can be, and it is beautiful. You look down this side of the car, straight as an arrow. You can see the door lines up nice with the front fender. That rocker molding looks great. The trim around the windshield, the vent window trim looks good. The door handle looks good. The doors lined up nice here. That gap looks nice. Door opens up slick as can be. We've got beautiful lips here on the door skin. The door jamb looks good. The weather strip looks good. The door panel looks great. That front door jamb also looks great. And take a look at the dash, the steering wheel, the chrome on the steering wheel. And oh yeah, it's got a 4-speed in it, guys, and it's a bench seat. That chrome on the dash is looking good. We got seat belts in the front and in the rear. And did I mention it's got a 551 horsepower big block Chevy under the hood? Now, if you want to see pictures of the top up on the car, go to our website at vanguardmotorsales.com. Now, it's got the red line tires on it also. Those babies look just like factory original, but those are brand new radials. The chrome on the back bumper looks good. Let's see if I can figure out which one of these keys opens the trunk. Look at that, only 2 tries. Look at that, we even got a red line. Now that's a bias ply tire. That would be an original tire there. The ones that are on it look just like that, but those are radials. You see the wheel well's nice and tight. The floor's nicely coated. The paint on the bottom side of the deck lid looks good. The lips on the deck lid also look good. The gutters are all nicely painted here. The rubber looks good. And when you look down the side of the car, she's straight as an arrow. You see how nice that door fits there? Everybody knows a black car, you better be a good body man because you're gonna show all the sins. And like I said earlier, the car's been done long enough that assures you that it's quality. It still looks beautiful after a few years. That's awesome work, guys. Now at Vanguard Motor Sales, we're not consignment dealers. That means we own this car. Right now, we've got a little over 220 cars in stock, and we own every one of those cars. So you can bet we checked them out before we bought them. Now, we bring in about 40 new cars every month, and I take a look at and rubber stamp every car that gets bought here at Vanguard. So what that means to you is you're getting my 35 plus years of experience helping you pick out your dream car. All right, convertible time, guys. Big block, 67 Chevelle, man. What a sweet ride this is. Talk about power. We definitely got big block power in this baby. She is sweet. Now, we can ship this Chevelle anywhere in the world, so you just call Tom at 248-974-9513, and Tom will tell you just how easy it is to park this dream in your driveway. Well, there's Tom right there. We'll call him back later. Now, when we get up here, we're gonna turn right into the sub here. We're gonna downshift. We're gonna listen to that awesome exhaust system. And if you need help with financing, we got you covered in that area too. No problem whatsoever. About a 15-minute phone call with the banker, and this dream is in your drive. If you'd like to fill it out online, you go to our website at vanguardmotorsales.com. You can fill out the app right online, no problem whatsoever. While you're online on our website, make sure you check out our inventory too. Right now, we've got about 220 cars in stock, and we own every one of those cars. We bring in about 40 new ones every month, so we've always got something new coming in. So check us on Facebook, check out our website often, and we have our own YouTube channel too. Make sure you keep an eye on YouTube. We're always posting new videos on YouTube. Every time we get a car in, ready to go, we make a video about it like we're doing today. When we get a nice sunny day, we get the convertibles out, we go for a drive, we hit the car show, go for ice cream. And I tell you what, you want to get some ice cream? This will go get some ice cream in a hurry. Now, we'd love to have you come visit us. We're right outside the Motor City. We're real close to the airport too, only 20 minutes away. So if you need to fly in and check it out, that's cool. We'll even come down to the airport and pick you up. Now, we sell about 95% of our cars sight unseen over the internet, so please come on in. We love to meet our customers. If you need to drive in, we're here on Saturdays. If you want to drive in on a Saturday, no problem. We're here till 3 o'clock. Just make sure you let Tom know you're coming. We do have over 200 cars. We do have 80,000 square feet, but we still might have to move 6 or 8 cars, and we want to make sure we got your favorite car right up where we can get to it conveniently. Listen to this. I mean, that's about half throttle too, guys. You want to talk about fun, you can go to the ice cream store or the drag strip, whatever you want to go. This car will do it for you. And look at this, driving down the road. Look at that, no hands on the wheel, no problem whatsoever. The car is amazing, guys. Now, we're about to do something nobody else in the industry does. We're gonna put this car up on the lift so you can check out the underside. Then we're gonna pop the hood, take a look at that big block under the hood. We're gonna show you everything you need to see so you can make a great decision on your investment. And I tell you what, this is one badass car right here. This may be my favorite car we've done all day. This thing, I love power, and this thing's got some power. And of course, black may be the best color. I mean, talk about sinister, talk about horsepower. Here's the building right here. We're at 15100 Keel Street. Now stick with us because we're gonna get it up in the air for you right now.
Okay guys, this is the underside of our 67 convertible Chevelle. Starting from the back forward, this car has been apart to restore the car, and we can tell by a couple of things underneath here. One of which being it does have a brand new gas tank under here. It looks like they did a little bit of patchwork in the trunk, so it looks like these parts here and the drop downs appear to be brand new on this car. It looks like the center of the trunk pan was replaced as well as this side over here. So all this is brand new sheet metal back here. It looks like they did a pretty good job doing it too. Looks like the frame, from what I can tell, has actually been sandblasted and painted. I'm pretty sure that this frame has actually been off the car, or away from the car at some point. At least it's what it looks like to me. Coming forward of that, GM12 bolt rear end here. It's about a 331 gear, give or take. I did roll it over and counted it. It is a Posi. We do have drum brakes on either side of it here. And while I'm on the subject of the brakes, I'd like to point out it looks like these are some pre-bent lines, and if they're not pre-bent, somebody did a very good job making them. They actually used their pliers, none of that over-the-knee stuff going on here. Once again, drum brakes on either side of it. It's Vanguard. We are drum brake experts. We know what we're doing when we inspect these, so you know when you get this, those are going to be put together properly. Let me see here. It does look as if there has been some rear pan patchwork as well going on. So this is all brand new sealer here, brand new floor pan. Same thing over here on this side. Looks like there's been a little bit of patchwork as well. Now once again, you can see what I'm talking about with the frame here. It looks almost as if it has been sandblasted and painted. So all good looking stuff there. Looks like a brand new brake line over here. Same thing over there with the gas line. Looks also to be brand new. Transmission crossmember looking good. Mount actually looks to be replaced. This is a Muncie 4-speed here, 1969 model year, so it is not the original one for the car. However, it is relatively period correct. Let me see here, 2 years difference. We do have, looks like brand new floor pans, or at least I should say a majority section of the floor pan has been replaced on both sides over here. Once again, looks like they did a pretty nice job. It all has automotive sealer on it. They blacked it out really nice. It's just overall pretty high quality repair job. Moving forward with that, looks like the stock aluminum bell housing here that GM would have on all their manual transmission cars. Z-bar clutch linkage, all that stuff looks like it's in good shape. Exhaust continuing to look good. It's relatively recent exhaust if I haven't already pointed it out. Now this, I guess you would call it the cross member here, whatever you'd like to call it, with the the lower control arms are bolted to here. This looks like it's in really good shape. This car hasn't ever run out over anything. You can see there's no denting in it. It doesn't even look like a jack's ever been on it. So happy to see all that sort of stuff. And it looks like there's a pre-bent set of lines up here too for your brakes. This all looks to be pre-bent stainless stuff, which is cool. And see, it appears to be going all the way up to the proportioning block. All of it, it all looks to be replaced. So this car pretty much has got a complete brand new brake plumbing system on it too, from what I can tell. This is the underside of our big block Chevy. This is a little bit of a trick motor. I'm going to get to that in just a second. Looks like the front suspension has been gone through too when the car was redone. Obviously it looks like it's a brand new drag link here, or I should say, yeah, drag link, center link, whatever you'd like to call it. Looks like all of the both outer and inner tie rod ends have been replaced. Looks like it's a brand new idler arm on the car. Looks like a relatively new pitman arm, and I can tell because none of this stuff has been you know, sprayed over black. It's all, you can see it's all shiny new stuff. Same thing with all the nuts. Everything's got its cotter keys on it. Everything feels nice and tight. Once again, we go through these cars. We make sure to check all this stuff, make sure everything's in good shape, and this car is going to check out just fine, I can tell. Sway bar looks like it's also in good shape. Brand new end links on it. Ball joint looks good, both upper and lower. Looks like it is the bolt-on style, which means it has been gone through and replaced. Originally, the original ones were riveted together. Looks like the springs look like they're in good shape. Good set of shocks on the front there. I believe it's good shocks on the back as well. And something else I'm seeing here that I don't think I pointed out, it does have the reinforced lower control arms back there too, which is a very hot rod thing for these. Outside of all that, I can see it even has a GM correct lower hose on the radiator there. All good stuff. Let's go check out wheels and tires. Ready? Okay, for wheels and tires we have 225/70 R15. That's a 15-inch wheel there, and it's the stock GM type wheel that would have been on this. Disc brakes in the front, if I hadn't mentioned it underneath there. Pad life looks good. The rubber whip hoses look like they're in good shape. Good looking center cap, good looking trim ring, and the red line tires on this black car really do look nice. Let's go check out the rear. Okay guys, back here, a little bit bigger tire, 235/70 R15. Same good looking wheel and tire. And while I'm back here, we always do this on all of our cars as we go and just give this lip a feel. This is a popular spot for these things to start to rot. Everything feels like it's in good shape back here. The only thing I can feel is the heads of the screws there. You got to watch it, you might cut yourself. And then something else I like to point out when the cars are really nice is you can see the spot weld marks are still on this lower lip here, which is implicatory of this not having very much filler in it too, which is also a good thing. This very well might be the original quarter panel on this car, and seeing this right here, it implies that it is. A lot of the time when you get these things that are caked with filler, you'll see the filler kind of start to come down through here when they sprayed over it. This, you can't see that. I can even see the machining or the tool mark where this quarter was stamped. Even you can actually see the stretch mark of the metal here, which is also very good stuff. That implies that this is a low filler car. Let's go check out the 498, if I'm not mistaken, under the hood. Okay guys, I did get my numbers a little bit crossed up. It's actually a 489 stroker, excuse me, I am a Ford guy. But 489 stroker motor, professionally built, about 9.5 to 1 compression ratio, so you can run this off of a normal pump gas. This thing made right about 551 horsepower at right around 6,000 RPM. Now, one thing I really like about this motor is it is disguised so well. You cannot tell that this is going to be a big, mean stroker motor because it looks like just a typical 396 with, like, you know, just an Edelbrock. It even has the old Edelbrock part number on this too, which is really, really cool. So it's the older intake. Once again, very, very well disguised. I think it's a 780 CFM Holley 4154 barrel. Now this particular Holley has got vacuum secondary, straight boosters, and an electric choke on it. Outside of all of that, we do even have stock manifolds on this car. You really can't tell that this thing is beefed up as much as it is. Looks like we have the correct GM hoses on it, correct GM hose clamps. The bypass hose looks like it's been replaced as well. Just like the lower end of it here, we do have a GM correct upper hose. Of course, we've got that little bit of a fib here with this 396 sticker here. Original type air cleaner on the thing, original type fuel line. Pulleys look like they're all in good shape. If I didn't mention underneath, this car does have power steering, and it does have the cooler power steering system here, where you actually have the divorced tank over here. Now, as you can see, it has probably had a slight brake upgrade. You can see that it's got all brand new lines here, continuing all the way up. Brand new master cylinder. Looks like the booster very well may be original. I cannot tell. It very well might have been replaced at some point. But once again, power brakes, power steering, wiper stuff all looks like it's in good shape. Do look like we have an upgraded distributor back here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, definitely upgraded ignition on this thing. Let me see here, seeing the gray wire coming out of that very well might be an MSD distributor. Let's see here, brand new AC Delco wires. I mean, overall, just a very, very nice car. Has the battery topper. However, this is a modern maintenance-free battery underneath. Horns hiding over this fender well over here. Firewall looks like it's in good shape. Fender wells look like they're in really good shape. It even has the rubber covers over top of the upper control arms too, which is something you don't often see on the little bit lower level restorations. So they, they took their time. They did this one right, and it really shows up, especially when you go to drive this car. And believe me, when you go to drive it, you will have fun, giving that 551 horsepower. So all that being said, give Tom a call at the number below. Make an appointment, come in and drive it. You're gonna fall in love with it. Let Vanguard Motor Sales park this Chevelle in your driveway.